Okay, wasn't recording. You can inform the rest of the friends that we are starting, okay? Because I didn't have a chance to tell them. Okay, so as I was saying, the first thing to do is accessing the QuickBooks itself. Okay, that you either come to the start button once you open your computer, once you log on. There's the desktop where you will see, okay, I can't show that now. Okay, but once you don't see the blue icon, which I'm going to show you on this other format or this other way, that you could get the QuickBooks again, that you scroll through under all applications, and then you look for Q's QuickBooks. When you click on it, you'll see this blue icon. And I'm saying if you don't use this method, as soon as you log on your PC, you'll find this blue icon with something like a shortcut. Okay, so you double click on it, and once you double click on it, you'll see something like this. Okay, so you find people's files and documents. I encourage you to open your own even tomorrow. Okay, because you don't know what someone will really have typed. Okay, so when you double click on this, create a company, you come to detail. You see this is Express Start, but always come to Detail Start. So when you click Detail Start, this is what you'll see. Okay, so for purposes of time, I will just try to be fast. So assume that's my company name. That's my company name. So it's usually the same. You can press the tab key to shift whatever is here to here, or you can copy and paste it. Yes, just copy and paste it. I don't think I'm supposed to show you this because by now I'm sure you're aware or you're comfortable with it. Then include the tax ID if you have, the address. For those who are asking, where do you put the PO box? This is where you put the PO box in case they ask you. Okay, PO box. And then you put whatever it is. Then the country, usually it's others because we're going to look at the Ugandan entity. Then the city you put, okay? So I'll skip most of the details because of time. Otherwise, if you have an address, website, then you go to, okay. So when you go to the next thing, they'll ask you the industry. Okay, I saw most of the guys using accounting and booking, but I will use these last two, what they call the general, either general product based business. This is a business that deals in general merchandise, just products. So always either use this or use service, general service. However, they may also be specific with the entity. They will tell you maybe this is a service entity that deals in maybe real estate. So for real estate, you may want to talk about rental. Okay. Okay, but hopefully it's general merchandise where you have inventory and stock. So you click this, select that general product based business, and next. Okay, they'll give you the type of company. If it's a sole proprietorship, you choose. Okay, but assuming ours is a corporation, okay, click on that, then you continue. Fiscal year start. The information they will give you, they always give you the opening date and the closing date. Okay, if they give you one of those, of course you also know the other. Because if they give you, say, a closing date, say 30th June 2020, so you just know that beginning month must be July. So it's from 1st July to 30th June. If they give you December, 31st December, then you know that the beginning date is 1st January. Okay, so January, so I'll use the one I suspect that will come, which is from July to June. So we shall use July as our start. Admin always skip this, just go to the next thing. And then they'll tell you this, but yeah, just press next. Okay. When you press next, it shows you where to save your document. Okay, now this is what will come. So usually you're encouraged to save on the desktop. So you click on desktop. Okay, if you already have a folder, well and good. You just scroll and look for it. Yeah, just look for it. Is it academics? Is it final year? Is it what? Okay. But assuming you didn't have a folder, then you would press on this new one. Create a new folder. This yellow icon. And then you put in whatever it is. So assuming this is CA. Okay. Registration number, you will put 19, what. Let me put 19. You always use space. Okay. 9367. Okay, whatever it is. Yes. Okay, then you enter. Okay, then you open it. Okay, you can press either this or you double click on the folder itself. You double click to show you it's empty. Then you put the file name. Okay, so it is ABT. That was my company name, and then I save. Okay, so as it saves, I can respond to your chats. Excuse me, why don't we get a question? And okay. The question, since you prefer a question, there's the one of task 1. Which has return and stuff. So you can turn to task 1. Okay, I hope you all have task 1, the question. It's a PDF. Okay, Kabambi, Kambi, Ndunda. This is a hardware shop. So hardware business will be ideally a general product. Okay. Okay, it's fine. So okay, I hope we're here together. Okay, so I'm using that task 1 question. I don't know, it has end of the adjustments. July to just about payments. Someone can share with us a question that has adjustments. You can try one of those. But for now, let's start with this task 1. Just try a few transactions like opening balances, an item, then also do something small on it, cash, a return, and then we look at the end of the adjustments. Okay, so let me continue. So I was sharing this question here. Task 1. I expect you all to be having this. Okay. Then I can go back to our working. So the company, I've used a different name, so you can leave there for now. Okay. So usually for service and products, I encourage you to always use both. It's easier. You don't confuse yourself on any. Sales tax is usually VAT. So like I've always told you, yes, it's always a yes. Okay. Actually, most of these are yeses. Estimates, yes. Tracking sales orders, yes. Use billing statements, yes. Progressive invoicing, so normally say no. But now for hardware, you want to say yes. Okay, it was a hardware shop, so you say yes. Otherwise, most of the time it's say no. Do you want to keep track of the bills? Of course, someone should mute it. It can't be. Do you want to track your inventory? Yes. Time, of course. Okay, most of these are yeses, except invoice. Okay, except progressive invoicing. So for this employees, usually I say you say yes, but you tick both. Reason being, you may start small, so you're using contractors mainly, but later on you want to have permanent employees, the ones we call employees. Then we go to charts of accounts. Charts of accounts. Okay, before charts of accounts, we have the start of the year. Okay, so usually you have to press this one because whatever comes here usually is the current period. Yeah, it's a current period. But remember, we're using historical data, so most of the times you're going to be having to use this part. Or you click this and adjust accordingly. So 1st July I encourage you to, for the years, always click on it and remove the year. Save time. Otherwise, when you press go back, it may take forever. So that is it. Then you continue. Okay, then it's just of accounts. This one here, you can get time and untick. Okay, I would actually encourage you to untick instead of ticking any. And you can tick all if you can, so that you create your own charts of accounts. Okay, although you can leave there some if you have time. Okay, or preferably you can just say next, then you sort yourself out by putting in the right ones that you need. Doesn't matter. For charts of accounts, whenever you check you don't have it, always put it in there. So and then complete. So for charts of accounts, don't think about it. Okay, nothing to think about. Not beginning of the year. Yeah, I've had you at the end of the year. Those the depreciation, depreciation, then you have accruals, prepaid. I know what you're saying. Okay. So whenever you have this, just come here and say start working. Okay, start working. It will take some time, but it will settle later. So I would encourage you to always have like this dashboard clean, like nothing should show. Have it like this always, whenever you're done with something. So then the most important things is editing preferences regarding multi-currency. Okay, where you want to capture the domestic currency, the currency in which you're reporting. So always check the question. I think this one for task, the currencies were Kenyan shillings. So you can stick to those. Okay, so you look for Kenyan shillings. Click on the drop-down arrow, add or view more currencies, and look for Kenya shillings. Scroll. I've gone far. Kenya shillings should be around. I think. Let's see it. Okay, taking forever. Kenya shillings. It should be in alphabetic order. I forgot. Okay, here, then you make it active. Okay, press active. You say yes. Okay, so once you see it there, then you say okay. Okay. So that is how we change the multi-currencies, okay, to the reporting currency. Then the other important thing is usually payment. You always have this thing coming up, but just always close it once you set up users, but you don't need it now, you don't need it. So come to preference and settle the payment thing. Click on payment, company preference. It's supposed to untick this part of use and deposited funds. Okay, I won't be able to explain stuff this time. Okay, just know what to do for now. It's for tomorrow. So once you're done with those two, usually you're good to go. Okay, so you're supposed to capture balances or opening balances. They'll give you always a trial balance, or you have to capture those opening balances. Okay, so for balances, you come to accountant, then chart of accounts. Okay, when you expand chart of accounts, this is what you'll see. So if I go to my question, the first item was furniture, and I'm going to just do really a few because I'm sure you're comfortable with these. Okay, so the first item was furniture, 1.280. So when I come to my chart of accounts, I'll look through if I have anything like furniture. Now when you check, you have furniture here. Okay, but this is furniture and equipment. So with this one, you want to edit it. Okay, you edit and make it just what? Furniture. Alternatively, you open a new account, which is not a good idea. Okay, then you capture the opening balance here. There are those who prefer journals, but I will encourage you to use this one. This one is shorter. Just put once, close, and that is it. Okay. So if I put opening balance, it was 1.280,000. It's an opening balance, so it is as 1st July 2021. Begin with the year 2021. Okay. Then you say okay. So as you will see, as you open, you have an opening balance of 1.8 as of 1st July. Then you save and close. Okay, when I save and close, for those who like marking themselves, when you come to charts of accounts, you'll see that your furniture, you have 1.8, 1.28. Then your opening balance equity, 1.28. What you would get if you had used a journal, yeah, that you would debit furniture and credit opening journal. I mean opening balance equity. Okay. Maybe I can try out the journal since some of you practice journals. Okay. So you make a journal, assuming we go for the next furniture item, motor vehicle. Okay. I'm going for this one here, motor vehicle. This time I'm going to use journals instead of opening an account. So when I come to this, okay, we're saying these were journals. These are journals. So we know that it's on 1st July 2021, which is a good thing. You can confirm by clicking here. So once you see it's 1st July, okay, be like, okay. So you're going to debit motor vehicle. So you don't type it there. Drop down arrow, look through, do you have motor vehicle? You don't have. So if you don't have, you bring a new one in. I don't think it is there. Now, how you usually check, by the way, those, you look at fixed assets that you have. There are only 2. So you come and add new. Okay, when I add new, I know that motor vehicle is a fixed asset. Then I come and say continue. Okay, so you come and put motor vehicle. Okay, so for this one here, you don't put the opening balance because you have decided to go journals. Okay, so you just put the item and say continue, save and close. So when you save, of course, under description, you would have put opening balance if you wanted, but there's no need really. So you come and put the amount. It is 853. Okay, just bear with me. Any figure I put for purposes of time. 852. Okay. Then credit opening equity. So come and look for opening equity and equity opening balance equity. Yeah. Okay, that's how you put journals. And when you save and close, when you save and close, and then you get you go to charts of accounts to confirm. Yeah, here. For those who haven't seen this, you can just close and just check again. Saying come to accountant, charts of accounts. When you check there and you look for motor vehicle, you find the figure there, 8.5. When you check your opening equity, it must have increased by 8.5. Okay. When you add this plus this. Anyway. So guys, that's how we capture for assets. For liabilities, you do the same. The only difference that you debit opening equity balance and what? And then credit liability. You can try out one. Just process of discussion. So I'll go to my question again. I'm not going line by line because of time. Okay. So I'll come and look for my liabilities. Okay, our liabilities here, but these are creditors. Okay. Let's try out a bank loan. Assuming we are given a bank loan of 20,000. Bank loan 20,000. If I share the screen, okay, so you come here and see. So you want to capture a bank loan. So for bank loan, I'm still going to use my shortcut, which I'm comfortable with. Then I'll show you with your journals. You come and look for a bank loan. If it's there, well and good. If it's not there, it's supposed to come here under account, okay, and then click new. Okay, we are capturing bank loan. So we know a bank loan is a liability. When you come and check around here, you don't have such information. Okay, so you press on other accounts. Okay, when you press on other accounts, you will see that you have other liabilities and long-term liabilities. So you press long-term liability. This is where you find loans and stuff. So you continue. In continuing, you press, you say bank loan. Okay, put the amount. Okay, I'm saying it's 10 million. Okay, as when? As the beginning of the year. Okay, so here you have to be careful. The year is 2021, not 2022. So you say, okay. So when I save and close, save and close, yes. And I go to my charts of accounts, I'll find there the 10 million. Okay, and this impact on the equity, as you can see, the equity reduced. Okay. So someone saying, after that, can you please help us on how to go about? Yeah, of course, guys. Okay, we can try out the journals. For a journal, you come and make journal. Guys, it's either the other way or this way. You don't do both. Like I'm doing here, I'm just doing it for practice. Okay, you either choose to say, me with journals, I'm comfortable with them, I'm good. You only use journals. Okay, then the one who uses accounts also says, I'm comfortable with accounts, then use only that. Don't use both. Otherwise, you confuse yourself. So for the liability, assuming we're now looking at the bank overdraft, okay, the short-term loan. So bank overdraft, you're supposed to debit opening balance equity and credit bank overdraft. Yeah, for liabilities. So I'll come here and put my opening equity, debit it, assuming it is 500,000. Okay, then for equity, okay, you put, for the overdraft, you say add new. You come and look for liabilities. Like liabilities are not here, you just press on the other. So we know it's under other current liabilities. Click on it. Then you say continue. Then you put the name. This is a bank overdraft. Okay. You don't put in your opening balances, just say save and close. For those like description, you can say opening balance, but I would encourage you to just show. Just save and close. So this is what you have, and then you save. Okay, that's how we capture balances for both assets and liabilities. There's nothing like opening balances for revenue, for expenses. They're not there, okay, unless they are prepaid expenses or accrued incomes and so on. So let's look at now a transaction. Yeah, let's look at an expense. So that's how we capture balances. Yeah, I hope you're comfortable with the bank. Okay, if it is in another currency, it's in USD. I hope you're comfortable with that. Maybe for those who are not, I can try out a bank account. Okay. Okay, let me talk about first bank account. Okay, bank account. Assuming you have a USA bank account that has $10,000. You come to here, account, then you say new. Okay, it's bank, so you click on bank, and you say continue. Okay. So for bank, you say here maybe DFC, whatever bank they give you. And they're saying it's a US dollar, so you want to change this currency from Kenyan shillings to where it belongs, assuming it's USD. Then you enter the amount. Okay. If you want to use journals, then you wouldn't. You come, you just, after changing the currency, you say close and save. Okay. So, but with me, I prefer this because it's shorter. So assuming it's 10,000. They ask you for settlement currency. If you're given the currency, you put. If you're not given, you chill. So assuming it is given, then you say, okay. The date usually put the one at the beginning, statement ending July 2021, then you say, okay. All right. So that is it. Then you save and close. That is for bank accounts. You can look at an expense. Okay. All right. Let's look at an expense. With the same question, we had an expense in form of items. Yeah, we purchased goods. Okay, on credit. So this is an expense, but on credit. Please, someone should share with me a question that has end of year adjustments on WhatsApp. I'll check it. So it's all about stock. So let me see this one. There's one here. 30th, or I said on July 30th, the expenses were incurred. We paid salaries of 160,000. Then he paid a telephone of 4060 and electricity. So we can begin with salaries. Salaries 160. So these were payments, okay, and they are cash in nature. That as soon as you incur the expense, you pay there and then. So because of that, for expenses, you go to banking. Okay, so you come to your chats. Like I said, always leave this empty. So you come to your banking. We are capturing expenses, guys. If a business spends money on something, that's what you call an expense. Okay. So you come to banking and you write a check. This is when you, like I said, you're paying as soon as you incur the expense. You bought, say, stationery, you're paid. Okay, not on credit. So you write checks. Okay, so you come here. They ask you the bank account that you want to use. Okay, so if you use the, now for part A, since you all have the question, they use the check. Okay? So they use the bank account. So it's fine, DFCU bank account, but is it USA dollar? Okay, we want to consider another account. So allow me open an account regarding, say, DFCU, but this time local currency. Okay, the amount, assuming they had 15M. Guys, these ones are assumed. Unfortunately, I'm not following the question as it is. I hope you bear with me. Okay. Then save. This name is already in use. Okay. So DFCU local. Okay. So they're saying we are going to pay using a check, but you're going to use the DFCU bank, the local currency. Okay, so you put the date of payment, assuming, okay, in this case it was 30th July. So you put 30th July. All right. Paying to, if you have the supplier of the expense, you would put it here. Okay, if you have the name of the person from whom you're spending. Okay, if you're saying it is salaries, okay, for salaries, of course, this is a general thing, so you don't want to put it here. Okay, so the important thing here is debt, then you come to expenses. Okay, here you have expenses and items. If you buy items, you come to items, that is purchases. But this is an expense. So for an expense, you'll say we have salaries. Come and look for salaries. If you have them here, well and good. If you don't have, you create the account. So under my expenses, if I check through, I don't have salaries. So I'm supposed to therefore add. Okay, so when you go up, add new, You come, say expense, continue, then you put your salaries. Okay, and then you save. Okay, so then you put the amount. The amount was the amount is 160,000. So it's 160,000. That is it. Then you save and close. That is for expenses. Okay. Let's say save and close so that you see how we get the others. So by doing that, I've captured the salaries. You can capture electricity, which is the other item. Yes, I'm recording it. The other expense, electricity. Okay, we said what you do is you go to bank or banking, write a check since you're paying. Okay, but assuming this time you're paying with cash, you're not paying with check. Okay, electricity. So you come to the bank account and you check, you look for cash. If it's not there, you have to create it. Okay, so it is cash. How much? Assuming you had maybe 500,000 with you. Swing as of the beginning of the year. Then you say, okay. Of course, this you will have already put them at the beginning, so shouldn't worry you. So you save and close. Okay. So we're using cash to pay. When did we incur the expense? It was on 30th July. What was the expense about? It is electricity. Come here. If it is there, it is here, utilities. Okay. Click, put the amount, assuming it's 1,000. Then you save and close. Okay, guys, kindly join again in the next link because this one is going to close shortly. When we put things in item column, we put things in item column if we purchase goods, we purchase inventory or items. That is when we use the item column. We're going to see it in a few. So please help me join again in the next link. The same link. It's going to go off. Just join in the same link.